What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We're doing a playthrough today of Pokemon Crystal with Hoothoot, the owl Pokemon. Let's go ahead and watch this first wild encounter I get with Hoothoot. It's going to be a battle against a Sentret, and we are Hedwig. If you've ever watched Harry Potter, that's the name of Harry Potter's bird. His owl. It's my favorite, one of my favorite franchises ever. Big Harry Potter fan. So while we're kind of going through this stuff early, where we just got to get some errands run. Let's go and go over the stats of this Pokemon. Not the greatest stats, not gonna lie. HP is 60, attack is 30, defense is 30, special attack is 36, special defense is 56, and speed is 50. So this Pokemon really, it's one of these Gen 2 ones that don't make sense. And here's why it doesn't make sense. This is a normal flying Pokemon, and our attack stat is bad. Okay, all of our moves that are normal and flying are going to be physical. We will have some special attacks, but they're not going to be stab, so our special attack, it's not really good either, but it's a little bit better than our attack stat. Our best stat is special defense. Actually, our best stats are HP, but special defense is one of our best stats. So that's good, I guess. It's going to be good against things that have like special moves and whatnot. But physical moves don't do well against, are going to do well against us, and we do not do well with physical moves, even though that's our typing. So let's go and look at our rival battle. We are going to name our rival triple question mark as usual. We're just going to go for tackle, Totodile, we're only a level higher, but not much higher. But we get the knockout, we get the win against our rival. We do level up to level 7, and our rival pushed us aside, and we move on to this area where the battles are kind of inconsequential, but I will bring up the level up move set. So we start off with tackle and growl. Tackle with stab, 35 base power, 53 with stab, 95 accuracy. I don't like this move for that accuracy issue. Foresight, I think it changes your typing of your fights. This is like an example. You can hit Ghost with this move. Okay, at level 11 is really when we get our first real decent move. It's the same base power as tackle, but Pet can actually do things to Ghost. It actually has like a type advantage over our second gym. So things like that, it's pretty good. So it's the same base power as tackle. It's just it can hit other things, and it does actually hit like Ghost types where tackle cannot. 100% accurate. Hypnosis is a very important move in this playthrough because this Pokemon, like I said, does not have a lot of things going for it physical-wise. So Hypnosis, a little bit of sleep strategies will be very helpful. 60 base power, 6% accurate in that. We also get Reflect, which is ups our any physical damage done to us. Probably not going to use that very much. Takedown is a garbage move. It is stab, but it's 85% accurate and it does recoil, so I'm not going to use it. Confusion is a great move because it coincides well with our special stat that we get when we evolve. And 50 base power, 100% accurate. It's psychic. And then Dream Eater is our last move we get via level up. This one's great if you can get Hypnosis to work. 100 base power, 100% accurate, very accurate move, and it replenishes health. But the problem with that move is you are relied upon Dream Eater as working very well. So now we have a TM moveset I'm going to go over. So as usual, Curse and Toxic. Yeah, I tried to mix that. Toxic or whatever, or Terse. We don't use either one of them. Hidden Power, we went with Ice in this playthrough. Ice will compensate for a lot of things. I wish you could actually switch hidden powers around. I mean, technically you can, but I'm not going to cheat and do that. Sunny Day, not going to use. So hidden power will be a 70 base power ice move, which will go up 10% when we beat Price's Gym, another 10% when we hold the Never Melt Ice. Sunny Day Snore we're not going to use. Hyper Beam is a possibility, but I don't know how to get it, so I don't think I use it in this playthrough. I might need to learn how to do that. I think you have to buy it from one of the game corners. Protect, Endure, Frustration. I've actually wanted to get Frustration and kind of code it in as a game, something to start with to have a decent move, but I'm not going to do that. But I think you get it from the same lady you get Return from. So Return, it goes off your friendship. It's maxed out at 102 base power. So it's stab because we are normal, so we're looking at like 153 base power move, and we can get the pink bow, and we can do some things with the gem. So I'll go over that in a little bit, but Mud Slap will be very helpful with some things considering we're flying type. 20 base power, 100% accurate. Not a very powerful move, but it will work against things that were weak to, like Electric. Double Team, Swagger, Sleep Talk, not going to use. Swift will be a big upgrade over Tackle. Early in the game, it does have a short shelf life, but 60 base power, 9% accurate, very helpful move. Dream Eater, like I said, we already get it via level up, so we don't need to get it via TM. I don't think we can get it earlier than we get it via level up. I think it's somewhere in Kanto detect, rest. Rest could be useful, but detect, track, thief won't be useful. Steel Wing, we do pick it up, but we don't use it. It'd be a lot better early. Nightmare, don't know what it does, so I didn't get it. Fly could have been used, but we didn't use it. And Flash. So that's our level up moveset. So we don't have access to Headbutt. That's usually like a good move that every Pokemon can get access to. That's kind of like the Body Slam of Generation 1. In Generation 1 you get Body Slam and it kind of unlocks a Pokemon. Headbutt would be one here because it's very powerful. But we do get Swift, which is only 10 base power less. So that's our moveset. Yeah, not the broadest moveset ever. There is enough stuff here to win. There's a path to victory. We just got to make sure we find it. And like I said, I'm still learning the game, so there's a couple things. I don't know where everything is. And we're going to go and fight this Elder Lee. And once we beat Elder Lee, we will go on and face Faulkner. Now, I face Bellsprout Tower with everyone. Because, one, we do need Flash for later in the game. So why not just do it? Oh, there's Faulkner. He flew in. And now we flew out, and we're gonna go ahead and take on Faulkner. We have this. It's the same thing as us. We are flying type, so nothing's gonna be too different. But we are level 13, so that's a big advantage for us. Level 9 Pidgeotto's not gonna do too much damage. He is doing more damage, but we got a critical hit there. We get the win. We beat Faulkner pretty easily. Now we're gonna backtrack to this lady right here, and she's gonna give us the pink bow. So this is where like normal types and even flying types have a pretty good advantage in this game. Is now all of our flying type moves are 10% boosted because we beat Faulkner's gym. Okay, and we're also normal type. So our normal move, which we just got Swift. So we have Swift and Peck are our two go-to moves, and we also have Mud Slap and Hypnosis. So that's it's not a bad moveset right now. And with that pink bow we just picked up, we now have a 10% boost in normal moves. So we're normal. So Swift has a stab. It's 90 now. Now you had 10% boost because we're holding the pink bow. Now it's 99. So it makes moves very powerful. It moves along the game pretty nicely. Even though we have garbage stats, which I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. We have straight up garbage stats. But even though we have garbage stats, there's ways to mitigate that a little bit. And we have a thing coming up here later where it really helps us mitigate one of our biggest weaknesses by being able to have these held items. So Gen 2, very unique. Now, here's what I'll say about Gen 2. You guys saw the moveset, and for some reason we're leveling up getting psychic stuff, but we're not psychic Pokemon. Maybe they didn't want to do 2 psychic flying in Gen 2, because they do have a Xatu. Xatu is psychic flying as well, so maybe they didn't want to do that, but why would you give it all psychic moves then? None of this stuff makes sense. It doesn't get Wing Attack. Most Pokemon get Peck, get Drill Peck. Wing Attack or Drill Peck would have been great for this Pokemon to go to coincide with its typing, but we don't get any of those things, and we don't get anything else normal wise that's super effective. So I don't know, it's very weird, but we're finishing up this battle here in the Slowpoke Well, and once we beat this guy we can go ahead and take on Bugsy. We have a huge advantage against Bugsy. We are flying type, or a bug type. I'm sorry, we're flying type, he's bug type. Speaking of bug type, I have some bug type Pokemon playthroughs coming up. Spinarak is one of them, but first is like Ladybug. So those are my next 2 playthroughs. So real excited to see that. I'm really curious to figure out what needs to be our best hidden power. If you are watching this and you know what might be the best hidden power to use with Ladybug, I've been thinking just actually making it hidden power bug, because he doesn't have a stab bug move. So might not be the worst idea ever to do a stab bug move, but he does have access to 2 of the 3 elemental punches. He has Thunder Punch and Ice Punch. We also have Return. We also have Dig. So there's some good things about that. I've been researching it, but hidden power is a question mark to me, and I don't know which one I should pick. The suggestion online said also to do Psychic, but Psychic doesn't help as much, but we'll move on from that. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We're going to face Bugsy. Bugsy comes out with a Metapod. Peck should be a one-shot, but we get it. It takes 2. It takes 2, baby. And Peck will be a 3-shot. I can't believe it's taking this. This is how low our attack stat is. That it's a stab super effective Peck. It's taking more than 1 turn to knock it out, and we're 5 levels higher. That's how bad our stats are. Okay. So we beat Bugsy, and we evolve into Noctowl. Now here in a minute, I'm going to go over Noctowl's stats. Don't you fret. But now we got to face our rival. Our rival is going to come out, and he's going to come out with a Ghastly. Now this is why Peck is okay for Ghastly, but Mud Slap is also pretty good. So we're going to put him to sleep just to, you know, cut out all the possibilities of him getting a lucky hit or something, or putting us to sleep and making our lives a living hell. I accidentally go for Mud Slap. It's a ground move. It's not going to hit a flying Pokemon. But we use Swift and you get the 2-shot. Crocodile comes out. Swift will be a 3-shot with Crocodile. Very good. Doesn't really do any damage to us. We beat our rival pretty handily. And we're going to go on and progress to Goldenrod City. And on our way to Goldenrod City, we're going to go over our stats really quick while we fight a couple randos here. Actually, we're on our way to the Sudowoodo, but we're going to go over stats regardless. 100 HP, attack is 50, defense is 50, 76 special attacks, 96 special defense, and speed is 70. So we got a boost in our HP, which is our best stat, and our special defense went up to 96. Not the greatest, okay? Special attack is okay, but attack and defense are garbage, and speed is okay. So we'll do pretty well. But yeah, not a huge progression. By the way, I hope you like this background. I found this website with all these wallpapers. Every Pokemon has a background. I think I'm going to use this from now on. These going forward when I need to do stats and things like this, and kind of minimize the video a little bit. Let me know what you think. I'd really appreciate the feedback. Okay. So we're fighting these battles here, and like I said, man, this Pokemon is a psychic. Gets a lot of psychic moves and has good special, but it's not a psychic. So I'd rather this Pokemon had like Wing Attack or Drill Peck to coincide with our typing. But to be fair, in that same argument, Attack is bad. So maybe that's why they decided to give it something else. I don't know. Maybe they built this Pokemon backwards. Like, hey, let's have this Pokemon have these stats, and then give them these moves. Like, oh, well, we'll add the stats in at the end. We want this to be a very good special defense Pokemon, so on and so forth. It is what it is. But so I've noticed a couple like kind of hiccups with Gen 2. Gen 1 I used to think Gen 1 was very bad when it came to movesets and how they built Pokemon and progressed Pokemon. Because it's Gen 1 and it wants to knock it. But Gen 2 isn't much better. I'm being bluntly honest about that. It didn't get much better when it comes to building out those things. So now we're in Whitney's gym. And this is where, like I said, normal Pokemon are going to get a huge advantage. So right now we are normal flying. Okay, doesn't change. We evolved and we're normal flying. We've already got a 10% boost because of the Pink Bow. We got a 10% boost in all flying moves because we beat Faulkner's gym. When we beat this gym, we get another 10% boost in our normal attacks. So that means return. Right now we still have Swift, probably. Swift, all those moves are going to get another boost in how effective and how much damage they deal. Okay, so Milk Tank comes out. We're going to try to put Milk Tank to sleep. And that'll break the rollout. And it put him to sleep. And Swift will be, it looks like a 4 hit maybe. We would prefer this thing to stay asleep. Very good. But it does, as long as the rollout can't build, we're good. So we get the win. A little bit of sleep strats there helped out. I get a chance to learn Reflect here. And I think I skip over it. Do I? I think I skip over it. I should skip over it. No, I'm not going to get rid of Hypnosis. If you get rid of Hypnosis, you literally can't use Dream Eater because you have to put people to sleep. So as we progress on, I'm going to start showing this. This is like, oh, Sudowoodo. He's our next boss. We got to fade. Next big battle in the game. No, I'm just kidding. He's not a big battle, but he actually is a pretty big deal to us because he has Rock Slide. So that's why we put him to sleep. We don't have a great move against him. We really don't. Mud Slap is the only thing Mud Slap's going to do is lower his accuracy, but it's going to have to chip away at him slowly but surely. Now look at the time we're at right now. It's at 36 minutes. We're at Sudowoodo. I haven't played it enough to know if that's a great time or not, but I know what time it gets to whenever we have to actually beat the Elite Four, and the time is abysmal. But right here, we're talking to this gentleman. He gives us Hidden Power, and Hidden Power Ice is what we went with, like I said. So Hidden Power Ice will help us immensely because there's a lot of flying Pokemon. There's grass Pokemon. There's also Dragon Pokemon in the Elite Four. So that'll help with those things, those two things, and rock and ground type. It works pretty well against. So right now we're facing the Komodo girls. The Komodo girls aren't like a super big deal. They're not like too difficult, except for maybe one could be difficult because it is electric type, and I think it has Thunderbolt. But we're just using. We have to do that. You have to do this battle if you want to get Surf. Conversation with the girl. We're gonna skip ahead to the Umbreon. There we go. I don't want you guys to keep seeing the same conversation I have. I'm doing it again. And there's the last two here. And once these last two are done, we'll have Surf. and then we can progress on to, I think it's our next rival fight, and then Morty. So this is the one that's going to give us problems. So we just got hit by Thunder Shock, did pretty decent damage. We don't knock out the Jolteon. And I am doing a lot of pausing for dramatic effect here, so I hope you appreciate the dramaticism. The dramatization? Is that a word? I don't know. But now we're going to face on Vaporeon. Vaporeon should be pretty simple. It should be a 2-shot. Very good. And so we level up to level 28, and we're going to go ahead and get Surf from this guy. And once we get Surf, we will go ahead and face our, what's that, fourth rival fight? Third rival fight? Yeah, third rival fight. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and face him now. Now he's starting to evolve his team pretty well, so this can be a bad matchup for us. So he sends out Haunter. Haunter, not a big deal. We'll go for Sleep. Now we're gonna go Mud Slap. Will be a 3-shot, and Mud Slap will become very handy against Morty as well. He's Ghost type. So Magnemite comes out, and this one's the one that's like scary because he can paralyze you. So we don't have to worry about that. We knock him out 2 shots. This is where Mud Slap was very considered to be kept long term because we need something effective against electric type Pokemon. But Mud Slap is only 20 base power, so keeping it and not getting other moves just doesn't make that much sense. You just have to deal with this one problem you have, which is your rival always having a Magneton. So is what it is. We do beat our rival pretty handily. We fall through the floor. We end up in Morty's gym, don't we? Woo! Okay. So now we're going to face Morty. Morty is can be pretty difficult because you don't have anything super effective. Mud Slap is effective, but it's still going to be at least a 2 or 3 shot. So we're going to come out Ghastly. We don't want Ghastly to use Curse. Curse will basically just kill the playthrough. Kill the battle, I should say. So there's Curse. And now we're on the clock. So now, let's just go for all the knockouts and get knockouts pretty quick. So you see how much of our health is being depleted very fast by Curse. We're not going to be able to last this battle. We have 2 more Pokemon, and unless we're going to one-shot them all, we are not going to last this battle. So I go ahead and just go for a reset and go back and try this battle one more time. We're going to try it again. The goal here is to put Ghastly to sleep, and he's going to go for Spite, which Spite isn't as bad as Curse. It just removes some power points. So Hidden Power Ice is a 1-shot. Hidden Power Ice is a 1-shot again. Very powerful move. Like I said, very good move to have. Hidden Power Ice will put to sleep. Awesome. We wake up. And Hidden Power Ice a 2-shot. He got healed back to full health when he did Dream Eater. And Haunter will be a 2-shot with Hidden Power Ice. So that battle went a little better than I thought it would. So then we go all the way to Chuck. Now Chuck we actually have an advantage against. So with Chuck, he's fighting type, we're flying. This is one reason why I kept Peck. Peck will be a super effective move, but just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and just put him to sleep. Peck will be super effective. It's a 1-shot on the Primate. I was concerned it wouldn't be a 1-shot. But I still wanted to put Poliwrath to sleep. He's got Surf, he's got Dynamic Punch. Both of them things can do a lot to us. He uses a full heal. I put him back to sleep. And we can continue to peck at him. And luckily he didn't get any moves off. Neither one of them did. And we beat him pretty handily. So now we're going to go ahead and go on to Lake of Rage and fight Gyarados. Red Gyarados, first shiny Pokemon ever. So if you don't know the plot line on this, the radio tower has been taken over by Team Rocket, and they're using it to send a frequency that forces Magikarps to evolve. So there's a lot of Gyarados just roaming around, and this is a red one that happens because of that radio signal. So now we're going to talk to Lance, as Squidgy, who I'd recommend go watch his channel. Squidgy would say the liar with the flyers comes out, and we're going to go ahead and face Price. Price is the ice trainer, and he's not extremely good. However, we are weak to ice, so we need to be very careful about this. So Seal comes out, and now we've switched out and added Return instead of using Mud Slap. So Return actually one-shot Seal. Good. Laziest name ever for a Pokemon, by the way, is Seal. It's literally his real-life animal, and then they named him that. We knock out Dugong in 2 hits, and Poliwrath comes out, and we knock him out in 2 hits as well. Very easy. Could have been worse. Could have went for Blizzard. It really could have been worse. But now we're going to face Jasmine. She's a sweetheart. She cares about sick Pokemon, things like that. But her Pokemon can be very devastating here. So we get paralyzed, and I'm going to go ahead and try to get this Pokemon to sleep. If we can just get off a couple attacks, knock him out. I don't remember if we take more than one shot at this, but if we just hit him, we can knock him out in like one go. Yep, there we go. So there's the first Magnemite out. Now the second Magnemite, because we're already paralyzed, he's not going to go for a status conditioning move. Does not put him to sleep. I'm pretty sure we get knocked out here. Yep. So we're going to try this again. And again, keep track of the time. 1 hour and 16 minutes. We're at 36 minutes when we went into the I think it's Ecruteak City. The city where Morty is. So let's try this again. I think we added something to prevent paralyzation. So, or to recover us from paralyzed if we get hit. So it returns a 2-shot. Well, Ice Beam and return combines a 2-shot. Okay, so we're going to try to put this Magnemite to sleep as well. And you go for return. It'll be a 2-shot. Very good. So those two are out of the way. Now Steelix comes out, and Steelix isn't exactly the easiest Pokemon to beat. He has such high defense. We're going to put him to sleep. Hidden Power Ice is about a third, a little over a third. So it's going to take 3 shots to knock him out as long as there's no full recovery. There is. But we're going to get another attack anyway. And we're going to put him back to sleep. I don't want to run the risk of him getting a critical hit Iron Tail and knocking me out. So we do get the win with using Hidden Power Ice. And move on to our rival fight. Now this is I think that's our 4th or 5th rival fight. Okay, his team's getting well rounded. And like I said, his Magnemite is becoming a Magneton, growing all up. So we've added Confusion. We did level up and get Confusion. I'm gonna go for Hypnosis. As much as Hypnosis is very helpful, it's 30% accurate. That's how bad this move is. Okay, I'm sorry, 60% accurate. It's not very accurate. Okay, so we're getting some pretty good, I wouldn't say luck, but pretty good consistency with it right now. It's helping us, it really is. So now a Sneasel comes out from our rival, and we actually went for Confusion. It is Dark type, it's Dark Ice, so a Confusion is not going to ever hit it. And our last Pokemon, for Alligator, 1 more hit, very good. We knock out our rival's Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and progress on to Karen. Now Karen's going to come out, and we have Hidden Power Ice. We've beaten the Ice Gym, and we have the Never Melt Ice. So this should be pretty much a clean sweep of her whole team. Hidden Power, 1-hit knockout, very good. Dragonair number 2, Hidden Power, 1-hit knockout, very good. Dragon number 3 is a 1-hit knockout, very good as well. And now we're at Kingdra. Kingdra is a water dragon, I think is what it is. So we did get paralyzed, but it didn't stop us at all. We still had a 2-shot. We get the knockout. We beat Claire, and I'm just really holding on to these experience points I'm looking at right here. And we evolve into level 49, and now we're going to go ahead and go on to face our rival right before the Elite Four. So our rival, this is the last time we have to face this rival. It's not his team is, well, it's evolved, but it's still not a good team. Like, its best Pokemon for Alligator's best move is Water Gun. So Magneton comes out. We're going to go for Hypnosis. He misses a Paralyze, thank God. So we're going to try to finish this battle without having to reset. So we're going to just try to fight through it, see if we're just that good a Pokemon at this point. We are pretty high level, a little over leveled for where we're at in the game. So all we need to do is get an Hidden Power Ice off, and we're going to knock out this Pokemon. Very good. So he has, what, 3 Pokemon left? Dang. Confusion would be a 1-shot if we can just hit it. Very good. We did hit it. Okay. Kadabra comes out, which is hit return will be a 1-shot on the Kadabra. So that means his last Pokemon for Alligator. Slash does gash us pretty well, but we hit a 2 back-to-back returns without Paralyze stopping it, and we get the knockout, and we have 69 hit points. Nice. So let's go and go over the stats of this Pokemon right now. We are level 52. We are holding the Never Melt Ice, so we have 3 items we can hold to help us out in these battles. One of them we can't really hold right now because we don't have a flying move, but we have it nonetheless, and actually we were holding it when we faced Chuck, so I forgot to mention that. But we have the Never Melt Ice, which will up all of our ice moves by 10%. We also have the Pink Bow, which will up all of our normal attacks by 10%. Keep in mind, we also have the Price Gem that gives us 10% boost in ice moves, and we have the Faulkner Gem that gives you 10% boost in flying, but we also have Whitney gives us 10% boost in normal. So returns normal, so we have 10% boost there. Confusion, no boost, it's just it goes off our special stat, and hopefully it lines up with certain Pokemon. It helps us. Hypnosis will put Pokemon to sleep, make it so they can't hit us. Eventually we'll get Dream Eater, and that'll be a very big upgrade over Confusion, doubles the power. And then Hidden Power Ice for all those things that are weak to ice. Okay, so that's our that's our moves, and now we're going to go into our stats as soon as we go. And we're waiting. There we go. Stats are attack is 96, defense is 89. So physical defense is our worst, and physical attack is our second worst. Okay. Special attack is 120. That's why confusion is so helpful. It's a very good special attack to have right now. And in special defense, so anything other than like physical moves are not going to do a lot of damage to us. We do have great special. And speed is 114. That'll outspeed most things in the Elite Four. So good advantage here. So go ahead and we're going to go and progress. And let's go ahead and face Will. Will come out, and he is a psychic trainer. And he's going to come out and he's going to bring out a Xatu, the other regional bird in this area. Hidden Power Ice will be a one-shot. Like I said, I'm holding the Never Melt Ice. Jinx has come out. She's Ice type, so we want to go for a physical move because she has low defense. Very good. Now he's going to bring out a Slowbro. Slowbro usually just likes to set up Amnesia, so he's not too difficult. But we get paralyzed, which is awesome. Okay. Xatu comes out again. It will go first, but high special means we get the knockout. And we have one Pokemon left. We can just get off a Hidden Power. We will knock this thing out. Very good. Even though we got paralyzed, we still won the battle. And that's all you can ask for, really. Sometimes you got to survive in advance, just like the NCAA tournament, which we just had end. So we're facing Koga now in his crottiness. And Ariados comes out. And Hidden Power Ice will be a two-shot. It really isn't a great move for Ariados. We don't have right there. Maybe Confusion, but maybe. So Fortress is a, no pun intended, a fortress. It literally is like such high defense. We don't really do a lot of damage. It's kind of like Cloyster from Generation 1, but just not water type. So we get the knockout. Muck comes out, and Muck can be super pain in the butt because Muck has Minimize. He also is going to poison us. So super duper pain in the butt, and now we can't hit him. And I was trying to put him to sleep to prevent all this, but now it seems like everything is kind of like snowballing out of control, and we are going to get knocked out here. So we're going to knock him out, but we got to be able to knock the next Pokemon out one shot. Crobat, and if it wasn't for us misclicking, we might have had a chance, but we didn't. And it went for quick attack anyway, so not a big deal. So we're going to have to go back and redo this. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and face Koga again. And Koga, hopefully this battle is a little bit better. Koga comes out again with Ariados. We don't have a great move, like I said. Return will not one shot, but does a little more damage than it did the last time. Not a big deal. We got the knockout. So now we're going to go for Hypnosis. Hypnosis on Fortress. Like I said, there's not really a great option here. We don't have anything that's great against this Pokemon. Hidden Power Ice is doing a little bit more than not Return, but then Confusion. Muck comes out. We're going to put Muck to sleep right away. Return will be a two-shot, so very good. Don't have to worry about getting poisoned. Don't have to worry about evasiveness. So Crobat comes out. He might go for quick attack still, but we get the two-shot when it comes to Ice Punch. Oh, he gets a full restore. And we got poisoned by Toxic. The Toxic does a lot of damage when you're poisoned. Okay? And then the last Pokemon we have to face is Venomoth. It's going to be a two-shot. Tries to confuse us. We shake it off, and we get the knockout. We beat Koga. Koga is not the greatest Elite Four member, but Bruno's got a massive improvement over his last team. Well, I'm sorry, last game, like Generation 1. So now we're facing Hitmontop. Hitmontop will be a two-shot. And then the next Pokemon, Onix, will be Hidden Power Ice. We'll knock it out in one shot. Very good. So now we have Hitmonchan. Confusion is not going to do a one-shot. Even though that they're weak to it, they're actually pretty good. And like I said, our stats aren't the greatest. So now we're facing Hitmonchamp. We put him to sleep to avoid him knocking us out with Cross Chop. We have an advantage here because we're Flying type, but Return gets the knockout. Hitmonlee is the final Pokemon. Very good. We beat Bruno. We talked about him a decent amount on this one because he can be tough, especially against normal type Pokemon in this game. But now we got to face Karen. And Karen has a pretty decent team, and I think we almost would have first try victoried this if it wasn't for something that goes wrong here. So Return, two shots to Umbreon. We didn't really get anything really crazy done to us. A little bit of Sand Attack, not a big deal. But now we're cursed, so we're under the clock. Murkrow comes out. Let's do Hidden Power Ice. Knock it out one shot. Very good. Houndoom comes out. If you just hit Houndoom. We just got to hit him. He's very frail. okay, we gotta hit him twice now. And we get burned, which is amazing. Goes for a max potion, and we don't hit him. And I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna happen. Let's try this again. Because he's got any hit he does, unless we one-shot it. And I made a mistake here of actually like saving instead of like reloading. But I got back to this. I have multiple save states, so it's fine. So we're back at Karen, and like I said, look at the time: 2 hours and 3 minutes. 2 hours and 3 minutes. This Pokemon's been having a slog. It's been a rough one. I will say that much right now. But we are going to get the knockout with return in 2 hits. Once that happens, we're going to move on to again the Gengar. Now, Gengar, we really need to put to sleep because I don't want Curse. Curse is bad. We did get Dream Eater, so that's great. So now we don't have to worry about Confusion. Is double the power Confusion, but the only drawback is you are beholden to putting Pokemon to sleep for this to be effective. Return one-shots the Houndoom, and then Vileplume comes out. Hidden Power Ice. It's not a one-shot. She does paralyze us, but it's not enough. We outpace her. We beat Karen, and we're going to move on to Lance. Now, Lance, usually he can be tough, but he's not tough against us. We have Hidden Power Ice. We have Never Melt Ice. We have boost from Price's Gym. We just gotta get by the Gyarados, and we're gonna put Gyarados to sleep. We're gonna run for return. Return will be a 2-shot. He actually does Rain Dance, which is good for us. And the reason why it's good is because he has a Charizard, 1-shot on the Dragonite, very good, and a 1-shot on the Dragonite again. And when he brings out Charizard, that means his Flamethrower is not as effective as it can be. We knock out Aerodactyl in 1 shot, very good. So he's going to bring out Charizard, and if Charizard does, if he does Flamethrower, look how much damage it did. It's because the water on the Rain Dance that Gyarados did is still active, and it makes it difficult for Charizard's Flamethrower to do any damage. It nerfs it, basically. So we beat Lance, and now we're going to go ahead and get our time locked in. Like I said, the time is kind of abysmal with this Pokemon, I'm not going to lie. But nonetheless, we still have to get our time locked in. And let's go ahead and get our time. Very good. And the time we lock in is 2 hours and 6 minutes and 21 seconds. So not a horrible time, I guess. Probably could do better if we played it again. I'd know a little bit more about where things are and where you're gonna have struggles. But yeah, not the greatest. Definitely not the greatest, but not the worst. I'm sure there's tons of Pokemon. Like the next 2 Pokemon playthrough are gonna be a lot harder than this one. So, but we are not done yet. We still have to face all of Kanto and all the gym leaders there. So stay tuned for that. And we're gonna switch right over to Kanto. And we're off to face Kanto. So we get on the SS Aqua, and we're gonna get right on it. And to this day, I really enjoy this film video edit here. Get right on it, and we're gonna get right off. So now we're in Kanto, and we're gonna face the first gym leader. It's actually one of the worst gym leaders for us to face, which is Lieutenant Surge. So Lieutenant comes out with his fat Raichu, returns a 1-shot. Raichu's not the issue. Magneton is going to be an issue because he has Zap Cannon. Zap Cannon is very effective. It's also going to paralyze us. We're literally almost, I wouldn't say double his levels, but we're 20 levels higher, and we are just having such a hard time facing this gym. I anticipated this, why I saved right before it, and we're going to go right back and face him again. So the goal here is we need to put the Magneton to sleep. Magneton's going to use Zap Cannon. It's going to paralyze us. So that's what we need to do. Return still 1-shot on Fat Raichu. Very good. And then Magneton comes out. Go for Hypnosis. Doesn't affect. He goes for Double Team. We miss. He goes for Zap Cannon. We're going to go ahead and go for Hidden Power Ice, which is going to be a 3-shot. Just don't want to get paralyzed. And we're paralyzed. That's awesome. And we get the knockout. Frustrating because now we're going to go second every time. Return does get a 1-shot, very good. And then we have Electrode. As long as they don't do anything super crazy like Explosion or Self-Destruct, we're going to win this battle. We're going to win it by the skin of our teeth, more or less. 89 hit points was left over. That's not too bad, I guess. Now we're going to move on to Sabrina. Sabrina's going to be a lot easier than Lieutenant Surge. All Psychic-type Pokemon are usually pretty low in defense. So Espeon gets 1-shot by return. Mr. Mime gets... This is a 1-shot? 1-shot by return. Very good. Alakazam comes out. Should be a 1-shot. He's actually pretty frail when it comes to physical attacks and stuff. And we beat Sabrina pretty handily. We move right on to Erica. Erica, we have an advantage. Even though we don't have a move, we do have an advantage here. But we do have one move that'll help us. And that move is... Return is not the move I was talking about. Hidden Power Ice will be super effective against the rest of our Pokemon. So switch to Hidden Power Ice. Or I guess we're going for Return. Okay. We're committed to this. Return all the way. Return knocks out the victory bell. I mean, whatever gets the win, it's all that really matters. So Blossom survives, but doesn't really do much to us. Go for the return. It's not a range, so we still have to knock it out. But we get the knockout, beat Erica, move on to Janine. Yeah, she's horrible. Janine's the worst. One of the worst gym leaders in this game, period, next to Faulkner. So Crobat comes out. Hidden Power Ice, one shot. Very good. Weezing comes out. Return, one shot. Very good. She's going to send out another Weezing. One shot. Very good. And so now we're just going to wait for her last Pokemon, Ariados. Her dad has the same Pokemon. You guys don't have any Pokemon diversity. Venomoth, Ariados are both the same on each team. And I think your dad got rid of his Weezing, but it is what it is. So now we move on to Misty, and we did the whole Misty plot line with the part from the power plant. So returns a one-shot in the Golbat, or Golduck, I'm sorry. And Hypnosis, I'm trying to replenish some potential for health replenishment here. Dream Eater, very good. Is it a one-shot? It is a one-shot, so we're full health going into Quagsire, or Starmie, I'm sorry, Starmie. Return is a one-shot, very good. And then the last Pokemon she has is Quagsire. And it's going to be a two-shot. Goes for Rain Dance, doesn't do much to us. So we beat Misty, and now we have 3 gyms left in Kanto. We have Brock. Brock's come out of the Graveler. Now we have a good move for Brock, except for 2 of his Pokemon. So we knock out the Graveler. Now we're going to knock out the Onix. Very good. Very good knockout. So my strategy here with these next... Oh, no, I'm sorry, you guys are right on too. But these last 2 are part water type. So Ice Beam's not as... Or Hidden Power Ice isn't as effective. But it seems like it's going to be a 3-hit anyway. And it does hit us a little bit, but we get to knock out. And now we're going to look at the last Pokemon. There we go. Kabutops. It'll be a 3-shot. Slash isn't doing too much to us, so we get the win, get the knockout. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Beat Brock. Now we're going to progress on to Cinnabar, well, Seafoam Island. Cinnabar, and go to the caves, and we're going to face Blaine. Blaine comes out with a Macargo. Put it to sleep. Dream Eater, one shot, very good. Macargo is like very slow and not a great Pokemon at all. Return on their Magmar, gets the knockout. Rapidash, is it a one shot? It is a one shot, very good. So we beat Blaine, and now we're going to move on to our the last gym leader in Gen 2, which is Blue. Blue's going to come out with a Pidgeot, and hopefully our Ice Beam can knock it out one shot. It might not. It's a pretty bulky Pokemon. It doesn't. So it does Mirror Move, which doesn't do much because it goes off its stats, not mine. Okay, now we have Hidden Power Ice. Does not one-shot the Rhydon. That's unique, okay. But we do get the knockout eventually. Alakazam comes out. As long as we hit Return, it'll be a one-shot. Very good. And we keep getting hit by Sandstorm. So we initiate Sandstorm, which does damage over time to everyone on the battlefield. Okay. Hypnosis. Not working. We're going to go for Dream Eater. And it gets my attack. You jerk. Okay. So we're going to try this again. Hypnosis. And we're going to replenish as much health as we can. He keeps playing this full heal when I'm trying to do Dream Eater game. It's starting to frustrate me. But Dream Eater one more time. And one more Dream Eater. Very good. A lot of health going into his last 2 Pokemon. Arcanine comes out. Return will be a 2-shot. Flamethrower did massive damage there. We still have over 100, so we're good. We just got hit Hidden Power Ice. It's a 2-shot, very good. So now we're going to progress on to Silver. So now we're going to face our rival, and he comes out, and I have not added any rare candies yet. So we're level 68. We do one-shot the Pikachu, but he takes us down pretty much below half health. Now we're going to try to replenish all of our health back. We're going to go for Hypnosis with the intent of using Dream Eater. So we get down to 5 health. Knocks us out. Totally fun time. So now we're going to face him one more time. And again, I don't think I used my rare candies this time. No, I did. Okay. So we outspeed Pikachu now, so it's a one-shot. We don't have to worry about getting hit on the first try. Return will be a 3-shot. He goes for Rain Dance, which is great because now Blast or Gyarados' moves can't do as much. And we put him to sleep, and we're going to replenish as much health as possible. Very good. And now we're going to face Espeon. Espeon isn't super duper difficult. The only problem with Espeon is she usually goes for Psychic or for Sand Attack. But we knock her out anyway. Snorlax comes out. We're going for Hidden Power Ice. Doesn't do much. We're going to try to put it to sleep now. And Body Slam knocks us out. Awesome. So we're at 2 hours and 38 minutes 41 seconds. We're one shot in the Pikachu. Pikachu is not the problem here. Problem is we have nothing super effective against most of his Pokemon. Okay, put him to sleep, and that's why I've been using Dream Eater. But Return, we're at full health, so might as well use Return. It's a slightly more powerful move than Dream Eater. Dream Eater is special, so maybe that'll help. But you know, Blastoise is pretty bulky in general. Okay. All right, I'm okay taking a Psychic. I don't like taking. I didn't want to take a drop in stats or accuracy or anything. So Return gets the knockout. We have a lot of our health left, which is good. Return. It's gonna be a 3-shot. Body Slam does a decent amount. We didn't get paralyzed, which is great. And so now he's sending out Charizard. We're gonna put Charizard to sleep. We're trying to pull back as much of the health as possible, while in the process of knocking out Charizard. Return, get the knockout, very good. His last Pokemon, which is the one that's the weakest to us, which is Venusaur. He saw us as a flying type, so I'm like, oh, don't want to use him. But now he has no choice, because it's the last Pokemon he has. So Psychic, well, Dream Eater, I should say. Dream Eater does a 2-shot knockout. Very good. We beat Red at a time of 2 hours, 39 minutes, 58 seconds, almost 2 hours and 40 minutes. One of the longest playthroughs I've had in Generation 2 so far. We get the win. Red says nothing. That's what he always does. But, yeah, that's the playthrough. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a little bit of a slog, because there's nothing, like I said, great about this Pokemon. Special defense is pretty good, but its movesets don't match up with its stats. It doesn't have a lot of things that go for it. It should have been different typing. There's a lot of things I can complain about. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Did you like it last week when I did all those fights at once, or did you like it when I narrated them? Just let me know, okay? This has been JD's Nerdverse. Next week we will be playing through with Ladybug and Lady N. Bug type Pokemon, not the greatest Pokemon ever. You should see its base stats, they're kind of abysmal. But let me know what you think. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next Monday.